top 3 altcoin update.
We're going to bring you up to speed on 3 of the hottest coins in crypto.
Welcome to the Bean Pod. This is your place for all things stocks and crypto. From beginner tips to expert picks. Use this as fuel for your investing journey, because when you're in the know, your money will grow.
This episode of the Bean Pod is sponsored by BitGet.
BitGet is the most user-friendly and secure crypto trading platform for both beginners and experienced traders.
BitGet is the best place to not only trade Bitcoin and Ethereum, but also all the small cap gems that we discuss every day.
With 24/7 customer support, leverage trading, and a wide array of other advanced features, BitGet sets itself apart from every other centralized exchange.
Through Beanstalk's official partnership with BitGet, you'll receive 15% off all trading fees when you sign up using the referral link in the description.
All views expressed by speakers on the Bean Pod are solely their opinions. You should not treat any opinion expressed on the Bean Pod as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a specific strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. This podcast is for informational purposes only.
Welcome to the Bean Pod. This is Shane, aka the Jolly Green Investor.
And this is Josh, the Nifty Investor.
Today we have a very important update for 3 of the hottest altcoins in crypto.
Some of you are probably already very familiar with these projects, and there's a lot that happens day to day, week to week, month to month. And it's easy to get lost in all the information that's happening. So what we've done is we've gone through 3 projects that everybody knows and loves, and we've compiled the most important information and the most important updates that you need to know about if you're a token holder or are thinking about becoming a token holder in these 3 projects.
Yeah, you're right. There's just so much noise out there, specifically crypto Twitter. Everyone is shilling a million projects, and it's really hard to find good projects and keep track of the projects you're invested in or looking to enter. And I did a couple of tweets about this a while back. I said, look, from the last bull run to now, I've learned that slimming down my portfolio has worked very well for me.
Yeah.
So in the last bull run, sometimes I have 50, 60 positions. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep track of anything. You're like, oh, why did this one just tank 40%? Like, I completely missed that there was this token unlock. Or why did this one just moon 200% because they launched this new product? I completely missed that. Now, if I have a portfolio of 15 to 20, I can really dig in and keep an eye on every single product, see what's coming. Then I can kind of gauge where token price and, where the volatility is going to come from, which is why when we do these altcoin episodes, these updates, we're talking about some of the projects that we know and love that we've invested in. And it's really important to really keep track of every single thing that's going on with the tokens that you know and love.
And it's been really fun watching these tokens go from, like sub $50 million market caps to like over 100 million. Mm-hmm. So they're developing, they're growing, and now the mainstream is really starting to catch on, and it's getting really exciting.
For sure. And there's some really exciting updates that you may have missed from these projects. So make sure to watch this episode to the end. All right, which one should we start with?
Let's start off with Paal. Paal AI is, I think, one of our favorite projects. We got involved with this one several months back.
It was really good timing.
It was really good. It was literally at the bottom of a massive sell-off. I think there was some FUD going on online about whatever was happening with influencers or some shit. But this seems to be a project that is just constantly developing and constantly delivering results and updates. Their user base is continuing to grow. There's some really cool things that have just happened. Yeah,
so Paal AI is an undisputed leader in not only the AI sector, but the Telegram bot sector, which was red hot there for a while. And, just a quick recap of stuff that they've done before this new update is they partner with Google startups. They got a grant from Google startups. Yep. They got accepted into the NVIDIA Inception Program Accelerator. So already they're working with Google and NVIDIA, 2 of the largest tech companies in the entire world. And when you look at Paal and you follow Paal, it looks like their business model is just built for constant delivering and success. Not only do they share the revenue they make from their Telegram bot with all of their holders, but they're always onboarding new partnerships and integration because they have built one of, if not the best, Telegram bot in all of crypto. So every day on Twitter, boom, new partnership, which brings eyes from those projects to Paal. It's perfect.
And I think that's why Paal's done so well, right? Like when you make a new integration, you're now working with a community that had a million members in it. Now they're being introduced to Paal. Even 0.5% of those people might be like, what's this Paal all about?
Yeah.
They start using it. Boom, then revenue is being created and all these things.
Yep.
So speaking to Telegram has 500 million users. It's like a WhatsApp on steroids.
Massive.
It's huge. 12 million chats, 500 million users, globally used and accepted. Paal has a partnership and integration with Rose. So that's like the introductory bot that you'll see when you enter a lot of these Telegram chats.
Yep.
Really impressive, because now that opens up, essentially Paal AI is essentially consuming Telegram now, like all of Telegram.
Yeah.
Not just individual projects.
For sure. So that was one of their biggest partnership updates lately that may have gotten, caught in the wave, so to speak. So that's huge. That could potentially onboard a whole another bunch of people to using the Paal bot and then becoming Paal holders and just sharing it around. So that was massive. The other huge thing they did was sponsor the world's leading AI conference, which just happened alongside global giants such as Microsoft, Google, TikTok, Amazon, and Coinbase.
Yeah.
Right. So this was an opportunity for them to present their technology to all of the biggest tech companies in the world. Some of them they've already worked with, Google, NVIDIA, but now they have been able to showcase their technology to all these other global giants. And it just shows that the team is moving into the right spots, sponsoring the right things, making the right moves, which, they're just constantly delivering.
One of the heads of Paal, his name is Simon Flom. He's actually going to be an exclusive keynote speaker at this event.
Right.
So you have the biggest and greatest minds in AI and some of the biggest corporations on the planet there. Microsoft or TikTok might see, oh, now we can start using these AI bots, and the platform already exists to do this.
Yeah.
So think about it. Paal could actually start being integrated with a lot of these mega corporations.
For sure.
One thing I also saw is they now have direct access to data on Twitter or X.
Yep.
So they can aggregate info from crypto Twitter and curate a list of high potential tokens for people to invest in.
Interesting.
Which
Yeah,
is
I like
really
that.
unique.
Very cool. So yeah, as we said, we got into it. The price absolutely skyrocketed. It went all the way to 20 cents, pulled back to almost 10 cents. And now it's kind of bouncing. So honestly, I could see this thing's at market cap around 110, 120 million. I could see this potentially breaking into the top 100, 150 projects. It's not listed on any tier 1 exchanges yet. So it still is kind of early days. Obviously, not financial advice. We both hold a Paal token, but I think we're both continually bullish on this project.
Yeah, upcoming catalyst is Paal X version 0.1. That thing I think is going to change the game forever.
Yeah, for sure.
Really cool.
They just keep delivering. So yeah, this is a long and strong hold.
Yeah.
All right. One we're going to talk about is, potentially our favorite project right now. Let's leave that one to the end.
Got.
So let's talk about
Yeah.
second, because this has been making some serious waves lately. So as you know, Allianceblock is one of our favorite projects, if not our favorite project, in the tokenization of real world assets sector. And the reason that we like this so much is because they're not just another project that's like buying a bunch of art or buying a bunch of houses and saying, look, invest in our token. They're actually building the infrastructure for everyone else to use tokenization of real world assets, which BlackRock called $1 trillion opportunity.
The future of next generation markets. This is the platform that is helping to facilitate and bridge the gap between traditional finance and decentralized finance. So they're not necessarily competing, but they're helping to bridge that gap and seamlessly connect.
Right.
And they're actually doing that with a really cool wallet that we have highlighted or will be highlighting. It's Brilliant.
For sure.
So that is a really cool feature that we should possibly talk about in this episode.
Absolutely. No, I think that's one of their biggest partnerships that they've made to date recently. So Allianceblock officially partnered with Brilliant, and Brilliant is going to be their official wallet for holding all of the tokenized real world assets. And it just makes so much sense because there's all of these people all around the world that are going to be starting to use tokenized assets and holding these tokenized assets, but they need a wallet to hold them in. So Allianceblock recently partnered with Brilliant. It caught our eye. We do have a standalone episode on that one, so you can check that out. But yeah, I mean, it just makes so much sense. And Brilliant is not only going to be holding tokenized assets in it, they're going to be integrating directly with the banking system. So you can make payments using the Brilliant app for all of your goods and services while holding your real world assets. It's one of the best looking small cap altcoins I've ever seen, and Allianceblock has partnered with them.
So fractionalized ownership of a tokenized piece of real estate will now be in your wallet, and you can seamlessly connect that into Web3 and to your banking app that you would normally use anyways.
Yeah. they're solving multiple like billion or trillion dollar opportunities. The real world tokenization of assets wallet, then the global payments opportunity while using the Brilliant wallet for payments, all that kind of stuff, all in one. I mean, and the DUA token still sitting at a small market cap. It's used for gas fees. It's used for DeFi opportunities. It's used for staking, incentives, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think also cash back. You get cash back DUA if you buy stuff via the Brilliant wallet.
Yeah.
So many things that are built into that ecosystem. So yeah, the fact that Allianceblock has partnered with them makes me bullish on both projects.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few other things that they've done recently. They have Nexera Exchange the public is now getting access to that,
Right.
which is really huge. So traders now have access to the top 100 tokens through Uniswap, but through the Nexera Exchange.
Yep.
And so you're going to get order book liquidity, on-chain data. That's because it's so seamless and easy to use. And then we talked about how with this exchange, this is where all the decentralized assets are going to be, all the tokenized assets. Like, I think this Nexera Exchange is also going to be the place where everybody's going to be trading. You're not going to be going to Uniswap anymore.
No.
You're going to start going through Allianceblock, Nexera Exchange to start doing your trading.
For tokenized real world assets, Nexera Exchange has the opportunity to be the go-to place.
Yeah.
So if you think about the ecosystem that Allianceblock is building, right? They partner with Brilliant for the wallet to hold your tokenized assets. Then they've built Nexera Exchange to trade the tokenized assets. And then they've partnered with, they launched their new data marketplace called Nuclei. So this is a collaborative data marketplace which unlocks all kinds of data potential in this exact same sector. So all the data that's around tokenized real world assets, and that just launched. So it's, again, it seems like now Allianceblock was kind of quote unquote sleeping for a while, but it seems like every week they're launching a new partnership and a new product and a new integration.
They also have Nexera ID, privacy preserving DeFi onboarding. That was through a partnership with Polygon Labs,
Right.
which is super. So this is interoperable tokenized asset transactions. So the interoperable aspect of it, which is going to be massive as well.
For sure.
Decentralized passports, decentralized identity for verification supply chains. So right now you have Nexera ID for the passports and all your identity online. You have the Nexera Exchange. You have Brilliant, the wallet.
All of it.
The infrastructure for real world assets is finally coming to life now through NXRA and Allianceblock.
100%. So currently the market cap for NXRA is around 100 million. I think it still has a ton of room to run. Obviously not financial advice. We both hold the NXRA token in our portfolios. Almost all the tokens are in circulation. This is now a maturing project, but the roadmap and the catalyst for Allianceblock, I think, are massive. So yeah, we continue to be very bullish on Allianceblock.
Now we can get on to one of our favorite projects. I mean, all of them are our favorite projects.
Yeah.
But like this one is finally taken X by storm. To the lucky viewers and listeners of our show, when we brought this to your attention at $38, where it's now sitting at $300, congratulations.
Yeah.
We are talking about Bittensor Tau.
Yeah. So this is the plainest way I can put Bittensor, if you don't know what it already is Bitcoin is the decentralized finance solution. Bittensor is the decentralized AI solution. And there's so many parallels, the tokenomics, Bitcoin, 21 million, Bittensor Tau, 21 million. There's a halving cycle for both. So a lot of people say this is the Bitcoin for AI, and I completely agree.
100% it is. Yeah. I mean, and then the fact that right now there's only, I think, like 5 million tokens available and 90% of it's staked. That just says
That's crazy.
Conviction.
Yeah.
It also says that the validators are competing. It also says the subnets are competing. And there's just this constant desire to get more Tau. It's just constantly taken off exchanges. We have venture capitalists now, Pantera Capital, buying Tau at $200 when it was at $200
At market price.
market price.
Yeah, and like all the tier 1 exchanges, they're going to be clamoring to buy enough Tau to list it on their exchanges. Good thing that we've partnered officially with BitGet, and this is one of the reasons we partnered with BitGet is because BitGet, as we know, lists all the best gems earlier than all the other exchanges. And in our opinion, BitGet is the only reputable exchange that offers Bittensor. So that's how I started first buying Tau on BitGet, right?
Yeah.
Like it's, it offered it when it was at 30, 40, 50 bucks. Now it's at $300. We're probably going to see other exchanges. But, that's why we partner with BitGet. We always say there's a reason we use this exchange. If you want to check it out, it has all of our gems, Tau, BitRock, Hello, AraiChain, OXO. There is a referral link in the description of this episode. You get a free USDT bonus and lifetime savings on trading fees. So yeah, check out BitGet for Tau.
You never know when the next gem's coming out. So with Tau, all 32 subnets have been filled. You should check out our standalone episode, which has either been or will be released. So make sure you have a look at that. The competition now begins. It's only the highest language model that is being produced will be kept in the subnets.
Right.
Only the best performing subnets that are producing high quality will stay. So this is now feeding a competition, and the better your model does, the more Tau you get in return. The higher the price of Tau gets, the more you're going to want your model to do well.
For sure. Yeah. So you can think of subnets as like the apps in the Bittensor ecosystem. And as I saw some guy put it beautifully on Twitter or X, he said it's easy to make a Bittensor subnet, but it's not easy to maintain a Bittensor sub because, as you said, the competition, right? So some of the examples and the use cases of Bittensor and the subnets, there's the ChatGPT version, right? And you said it just launched and has how many users?
It had 60,000 users in 24 hours.
Yeah. So there's people using that one.
And I've used it, and it's honestly just as good as ChatGPT 4.
Right. So there's also subnets that do text generation, machine translation, image generation, video generation, predictions, blockchain insights, music generation, oracles, all the kind of stuff that AI is getting into in all these like centralized apps that you can download and pay for. Bittensor ecosystem, they have all of these apps that are in a decentralized ecosystem. And the great thing about Bittensor as opposed to centralized versions is that all of the machine learning that's going on in the specific subnets, when they have breakthroughs, they learn from each other.
Exactly.
So it's this decentralized group mind think that's going to make it progress at so much faster of a rate than if they're separate, walled off, closed source apps, right? It's open source. It's great.
Again, to Twitter, there was something that somebody did. It's like, how do you understand what Bittensor is? And it's like, imagine a bunch of kids, and each kid has a crayon, and you want to draw a really nice picture, and you only have one red crayon, and you have a blue one. And you can't really make a really beautiful picture unless you have all the crayons together. So that's kind of what they're doing. They're all sharing their crayons,
right?
But they're all sharing their language models and their AI and what they're learning.
Yeah, I like it.
What we've also seen is Tau Bittensor is now starting to almost consume and start becoming part of names that you might already be familiar with. Constellation DAG, I believe, is now starting to be integrated with Bittensor. We saw Flux, which is the first and largest Web3 decentralized computing network by individuals globally, integrating with Paal. We see, with Tau, and we saw ZK Tensor and EZKL also looking to collaborate now.
So everyone wants in.
This is really important because the EZKL, this is the ZK tech team behind Ethereum. Vitalik Buterin said he's interested in collaborating.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can just see. When we first started talking about Bittensor and Tau, there was no one talking about it.
So they had like $200,000 in volume.
It was nothing. There was no one on crypto Twitter talking about it. No one was shilling it. We were talking about it to all of our followers and all of our platforms. And now, all of a sudden, you see some big accounts, a couple of guys that have like a few 100,000 on crypto Twitter starting to shill it. You're starting to see YouTubes about it. It's all organic, right? This is a community-led project. There's no VCs behind this. They're not paying influencers to show this. We have no affiliation with Bittensor or Tau whatsoever, other than the fact that we own it in our portfolios. But that's why it took a while for the ball to get rolling. But organic community growth is the most powerful because it's just exploding now because it's going viral. People are realizing the amazing power and potential of Bittensor. But that's why, they're not paying big exchanges to list it. They're not paying influencers to show it. It's all organic, which to me is beautiful.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And look, it's fusing the evolution of blockchain, the evolution of AI together in one seamless project. I mean,
100%. So, I mean, look, in my opinion, obviously not financial advice, I think we could see Bittensor Tau get to top 10, maybe even top 5 in all of crypto when things are all said and done at the end of this bull run, which would not surprise me. It's currently at a $5 billion market cap. I mean, could this thing go to a $100 billion market cap? I think so.
I really like OpenAI is valued at $100 billion.
Yeah.
And this thing is doing more than just, what OpenAI is like. They had their ChatGPT 4 as what other models?
They got all kinds of stuff going on. But like, it's, you really compare it like Cardano got to 100 billion in the last bull run. They got nothing. There's no one even using that fucking thing. Think about when the institutional money flows into crypto for this upcoming bull run, how much can go into Bittensor? It's really interesting.
Dude, it's really interesting. I know what's funny is like bought a bunch when it was at 38, 40 bucks. And then I bought more at 140.
Yeah.
I bought a bit more at like 200.
Oh, yeah. Average up.
And I'm like, I still don't feel like I own enough. And I'm staking it all too.
It's one of the, I'm staking mine as well. It's one of the rare projects where I feel comfortable averaging up because I know it's like, I'll just keep buying the dips because I know I just have so much confidence and conviction in this particular investment that I don't care if my average buy price goes up and up and up because I know it'll keep going up and up and up. Hopefully.
Yeah,
like,
we've done the math on it. It makes sense, right?
For sure. Yeah. So look,
what was it top three update that turned into an update about Bittensor?
Hey, we're just so passionate about it, right?
It's true.
But look, if there's anything we missed about Paal, Allianceblock, or Bittensor, or any questions you have about the projects, let us know in the comments because we're always happy to keep talking about these projects.
And then tune to the next episode.
That one is going to be a banger.
All views expressed by speakers on the BeanPod are solely their opinions. You should not treat any opinion expressed on the BeanPod as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a specific strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. This podcast is for informational purposes only.